Hey guys, so quick update on AMC stock and GameStop stock. So if you noticed, the market, was on a tantrum mode this morning, based on the numbers we get from the PPI, showing increasing and harder than expected inflation, both from a producer standpoint and a consumer standpoint. But the market was down almost 600% at the open. I mean, 600 points, not percent. God forbid, 600 points before the market opened, pre-market session. That was the Dow Jones. Everything was down almost 2%. But something really that struck me or stuck with me this trading session was GameStop actually was up at some point 8%. AMC was, also up. It didn't tank. And for the last kind of 2-3 days, the market has been, kind of puking and recovering based on fears around recession and inflation. But AMC and GameStop are kind of stable. Actually, if you look at the last 5 days, both of these stocks are gaining significantly. Still not to the point where we need to start cheering up and dancing because it's not where we are or where we want to be. But it's a good sign that at least based on earnings preview, based on the company, both of the companies, turning around things for the good, for the positive, in terms of profitability, in terms of, bright future, in terms of incomes, etc., are definitely showing me signs that big money and possibly smart money are waiting for something to come in order to start piling up, because if AMC and GameStop were really to go to the trash, then whenever the market was tanking, they will be tanking as well. But it didn't happen because, in my humble opinion, I think people are waiting to see good things that are going to come out of earnings reports, and there are good things that are going to come out of the earnings report. This is my expectation. I may be wrong, but we'll see in 2-3 weeks. August 4th for AMC. Now, another thing to look at is the fact that, inflation may have bottomed down based on the report we got on June. Remember, the market has been tanking because of the Fed, because of recession fears, because of inflation getting hotter. But for the last 2 weeks, or the last 10 days, I should say, if you look at the major commodities, they have been down significantly. When you look at oil, whenever oil is up, everything else is expected to be up. Whenever oil is down, you can expect prices of everything else coming back down. But the good news is, on top of oil cooling off a lot, you also have major commodities that are used for food also coming back down, like cotton for clothing, wheat for food, sugar, pork bellies. You look at lumber for the housing market. You look at major commodities. They have been cooling off a lot lately for the last 1 week or two. All right. So that is a sign to me that if things remain as they are, the next CPI report we're going to have in July will definitely show first signs of a rapid decrease in inflation. That is going to cool off these recession fears. Is going to cool off the fears that the Federal Reserve might do things in order to, bring inflation down, which is like, increasing interest rate maybe to 1% in one hike, one shot, which is kind of what the Bank of Canada did. But I'm on the side of people that are thinking that, inflation has already peaked, and because of that, the Fed will not be as aggressive as they are, and that is going to be a huge headwind into the stock market starting to bottom out and start the next bull run. So when that happens, it's not a matter of if, it's when that happens, all of the shorts that have been piling up on AMC and GameStop and all of the meme stocks are going to be caught in the mix of big money, smart money, and retail money pouring back into the market, because people are going to start seeing that, hey, we may be out of the weeds, so it's now time to put some money back into the stock market. So that will ultimately bring a huge buying pressure And that buying pressure will definitely be a good thing when it comes to squeezing some of these shorts to get out, if not the case already, you know. So look out. I'm looking out for some quick recovery or some short squeezes happening here and there while the market is recovering based on inflation cooling off. So if by maybe, you know, earnings dates things are not kind of, you know, in the green, then definitely, you know, we can see those. So I'm looking at those two things, majorly two things, looking, I mean, as we go into, you know, August and maybe September, because I mean, things look definitely bright. They look definitely bright for AMC and GameStop as we get into this hot season of summer. So I may be wrong, you know, but let's see how things turn out. But I'm definitely bullish, especially for the next couple of months.